Good morning, dear students. Welcome back once again in the science class. I, Ishita Sharma, your science teacher, is here again with my another video. Students, as you know, we were on our chapter number 4, States of Matter. In the last video, we discussed about what is matter, what are the different states of matter, and how matter is made up of. Today, we will extend this topic and will explore more about matters. Okay, students, in the last video we discussed that anything that has mass and occupies space is known as matter, right? And everything around us is matter, whether it is a small needle or a huge wall, everything is a matter, right? And matter exists in three different states: solids, liquids and gas, right? Solid, for example, this glass has some mass, right? And this glass will occupy some space if I put this glass on a table, so that means this glass is a matter. Same with the liquids are also matter. For example, a glass of water seems to be heavy, right? It seems to be heavier when it is filled with water, but once you drink all the water from that glass will become lighter. Hence we can say that liquid or water has some mass and they also occupy some space. Okay, that means they are also matter. Same with the gas. If I blow a balloon, the gas will definitely occupy the space inside the balloon, and that balloon will be having some mass. Hence gas is also a matter. So students, now we will discuss different properties of these states of matter. Okay, students, now let's understand the property of each states of matter one by one. Okay, as you all know, everything around us is made up of molecules. So first property is related to that only. Students, molecules in solids are closely packed. Molecules in solids are very closely packed. That means there is very less or no space between the molecules of solid. And students, that is why we can hold solid. Okay, I can hold a mobile phone in my hand, I can hold a ball in my hand. Why? Because molecules in that matter are very closely packed. Okay, there is a very strong bond of connection between them. That is why we can hold solids. Okay, now come to liquid. Molecules in liquids are loosely packed. Students, molecules in liquid are loosely packed. That is why liquids can flow. We can pour liquid from one container to other container. Why? Because there are some gaps between the molecules, and that is why they can flow. Let's now come to third state of matter, which is gas. Molecules in this are very loosely packed. Okay, molecules are very loosely packed and they are very constant in motion. They are continuously moving. Okay, so these were the molecular arrangement in these three states of matter. Hence, the second property is related to shape. Shape of solids are fixed. Okay, they are fixed. For example, this pencil. Students, you can sharp this pencil will become smaller in size, but the shape of pencil will not change. Okay, the size can be changed but not the shape. Hence we can say that shape of solids are fixed. Okay, now come to liquid. Liquids have no fixed shape. The shape of liquids are not fixed. Liquids take the shape of container in which they are poured. For example, students, right now you can see liquid in this container, right? Right now the shape of the liquid is cylindrical. But once I pour this liquid into another container, the shape will get changed. Now the shape of the liquid is the shape of the ball. Hence liquid can change their shape according to the shape of container. Students, gases also, they do not have fixed shape. They take the shape of the container in which they are filled. Okay, now come to third property, which is of volume. Volume means quantity, the amount. Okay, so solids have fixed volume. The volume of the solids are fixed. The quantity will remain same. Okay, now come to liquids. Students, volume of liquids are also fixed. Okay, no matter in which container they are, the volume will remain same, the quantity will remain same. Okay. For example, students, if I am having 250 milliliter of water in this glass, then if I pour the liquid into another container, the quantity will remain same. The quantity is of 250 milliliter. The quantity will remain same. The volume will remain same no matter the water is in this container or in this. Students, in gas, the volume is not fixed. As you know, the molecules of gases are very loosely packed, so they move freely in all the directions and hence occupy the whole space of the container in which they are filled. So they are not having fixed volume. So these were the different properties. First, related to molecules. Molecules in solids are closely packed, while in liquids are loosely packed, and in gases very loosely packed. Okay, solids have fixed shape, liquids do not have fixed shape, they take the shape of the container, and gases also do not have fixed shape. Solids have fixed volume, the quantity will remain same, and same with the liquids. Liquids also have fixed volume, but gases do not. Okay. Students, you know, matter can change its form. Yes, from solid to liquid, from liquid to gas, from gas to solid again. Matter can change its form. A water can be liquid, solid and gas. You know how that happens? Let's understand about this now. So, let's understand the change in matter, how matter changes its states. See, these two children bought ice creams for them. But now the ice creams are melting. Can you tell me why this happened? Let's understand. Matter changes their form. Solid ice cream starts melting because it changes its. Students, as you know, all the matters around us are made up of molecules, and when molecules start heating, they start moving very faster. Let's understand about them.
Let's enter the world of molecules. You know, these molecules in solid are tightly packed and they don't go out, but they're not fixed. They keep moving. They come near to each other and then again go away, like saying, I'm your friend, and no, I'm not your friend.
Like you and me.
Yes, but when it gets hot, they start moving away from each other. And you know, when molecules are far from each other, what happens?
Yes, matter becomes liquid.
Yes, it is also called melting.
Melting. When molecules in solid becomes a bad, it turns into liquid.
Now, still we are heating the liquid, so molecules are moving faster. Some of them are coming out. We can see them, but they're forming a gas. So, when vapor comes out of liquid on heating, it is called evaporation.
Vapors. Evaporation.
So students, we learnt that solid changes its state into liquid on heating. For example, ice convert into liquid on heating, and again liquid changes its state into gas on heating. When we heat water, it convert into water vapors, which is a gaseous form, right? Students, you know, gas can become solid too. Let's see how that happens.
Now, let me show you something.
Oh, vapors are again becoming liquid.
Yes, because the temperature of the cover is cooler than the temperature inside the pot. So molecules again start coming close to each other. This is how rain happens.
When water vapors touch a cool surface, they become dense. They come close to each other. It is called condensation.
Very good. You're writing all. Wow, Jimmy. Do you know we can turn this liquid into solid?
How?
Just wait.
After some time,
Oh, it has turned into solid again.
Yes, the molecules again become slow and come closer to each other, and it becomes ice and solid. It is also called freezing.
Oh, these molecules are like us in cold. We want to sit close to each other.
Yes, you're right. In summers, we sit apart.
freezing. On cooling, liquid molecules come together and it becomes solid.
Let me note down what happens to molecules when they are put in cold temperature. Thank you, Ginny.
Students, I hope you understood these 4 concepts: melting, evaporation, condensation and freezing. By heating, solids can be converted into liquid, that is known as melting. Again, by heating, liquids can be converted into gas, and that process is evaporation. Okay, conversion of liquids into water vapor is evaporation. Again, those water vapors can be converted into liquid by cooling, and that process is known as condensation. And then liquids can be converted into solids by cooling. That process is known as freezing. Okay, so I hope you understood the concepts which we done today. Now we will meet in next class. Till then, keep learning. Bye.